Reach into your pocket right now and take out a $10 bill or whatever cash currency you have. Look at it closely because you are holding one of the last remaining symbols of total privacy and freedom on planet Earth. When you spend that piece of paper, nobody knows what you bought, nobody knows where you are, and nobody can stop the transaction. It is a permissionless system where the only requirement for trade is that two people agree on a value. That the banking cartel that we have been exposing for the last 5 weeks has decided that this freedom is a threat. They are waging a silent war on cash, closing ATM machines and limiting withdrawals under the guise of security and convenience. That their ultimate goal is not just to digitize money like your credit card or your PayPal account. They are building something fundamentally different, something that has never existed in human history until now. They are building the central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Welcome to the season finale of the Banking Cartel series, where today we are exposing the digital prison that is being built around us. This is the end game of the system, the moment where the trap finally snapshot on the human race. To understand the danger, you must understand the difference between digital money and programmable money. When you use your debit card today, you are using digital money, but it is still your money. You can spend it on whatever you want, whenever you want, as long as you have the funds. A CBDC is different because it is programmable code issued directly by the central bank like the Federal Reserve or the ECB. This means that the issuer can write rules into the money itself, rules that dictate how, when, and where you can spend it. Imagine a world where your money has an expiration date. The central bank decides that the economy needs a stimulus, so they program your digital dollars to vanish if you do not spend them within 30 days. You can no longer save for the future, you are forced to consume immediately or lose your wealth. This is not science fiction, this is a concept known as negative interest rates, and it is actively being discussed by economists at the IMF. Imagine a world where your money is geo-fenced, meaning it only works within 5 miles of your home. Or imagine a world where your money is tied to your carbon footprint or your health choices. You go to the grocery store to buy a steak for dinner, but your payment is declined. Not because you don't have enough money, but because you have already used up your carbon allowance for meat this month. The terminal flashes a red light and tells you to buy bugs or soy instead, and there is nothing you can do about it. This is the hidden logic of the CBDC. Turns money from a store of value into a system of social control. We have already seen a terrifying preview of this power in Canada during the trucker protests of 2022. The government didn't send in the army to crush the protest initially, they simply called the banks. They froze the bank accounts of the protesters and anyone who donated money to them, effectively cutting them off from society. With the CBDC, this process becomes automated and instantaneous. If the algorithm detects that you attended a protest or posted the wrong opinion online, your wallet can be turned off in real time. You become a digital ghost, unable to buy food, pay rent, or travel. This is why we call it the digital prison, because unlike a physical prison with bars, this prison is invisible and inescapable. The general manager of the BIS, Agustin Carstens, who we met in episode 3, admitted this openly on camera. He said, "We don't know who is using a $100 bill today. But with the CBDC we will have absolute control over the rules and regulations. Absolute control." Those are his words, not mine. But how will they convince the public to accept this slavery? How do they sell a prison as a paradise? They will use the crises that we discussed in our previous videos to manufacture consent. Remember the financial collapse of 2025 and the banking panic. They will tell you that the old banking system is too risky and unstable, and that cash is dirty and used by criminals. They will offer the CBDC as the safe solution guaranteed by the government directly. They might even bribe you to join the system by offering universal basic income or stimulus checks that are only paid in CBDC. Free money will be the bait on the hook, but the cost will be your privacy and your autonomy. I want to pause here because this is the most critical question of our time, and I need to know where you stand. Are you willing to trade your privacy and freedom for the convenience and safety of a government-issued digital currency? Or do you believe that cash and decentralized money are essential for a free society? Go to the comments section right now and type freedom if you reject the CBDC and want to keep cash. Or type convenience if you think the digital future is inevitable and beneficial. This is a vote for the future of money, so make your voice heard below. But the CBDC is not just about controlling individuals, it's about total surveillance of the economy. In this system, there is no such thing as a private transaction anymore. Every single coffee you buy, every donation you make, every book you read is recorded on the central ledger forever. This gives the government a god-like view of society, where they can nudge behavior on a massive scale. They can implement dynamic pricing where taxes are applied instantly based on who you are. A wealthy person might pay double for the same product, or a person with a low social credit score might be banned from buying plane tickets. We are seeing this model being perfected in China with the social credit system and the digital yuan. And make no mistake, the West is not fighting this model, the West is copying it. The Federal Reserve has launched FedNow, the infrastructure for instant payments, which is the highway for the future digital dollar. The European Central Bank is pushing hard for the digital euro, telling citizens it is necessary for sovereignty, but true sovereignty belongs to the individual, not the state. So what can we do? Is there any escape from the digital prison? The hidden logic suggests that as the official system becomes more controlling, a parallel economy will rise. We will see a return to physical assets like gold and silver, which have been money for 5,000 years and cannot be tracked or turned off. We will see the rise of decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but only if they are held in self-custody, not on exchanges. And we will see the return of local barter networks where communities trade value directly without using the bank's currency. The war on cash is a war on your ability to exist independently of the state. The banking cartel knows that if they control the money, they control the world. They have spent 100 years since Jekyll Island building this trap. They created the Fed to print the money. They used the IMF to enslave nations with debt. They built the BIS to coordinate the global policy. They used the Swiss vaults to hide their own wealth. They engineered the 2008 crash to transfer wealth to themselves. And now they are ready to play their final card, the CBDC, to lock the door and throw away the key. This series has been a journey into the darkest corners of the financial system. We have exposed the lies, the crimes, and the mechanisms of power. But knowledge without action is useless. The most rebellious act you can commit today is to become independent of their system, get out of debt, hold physical assets, support local businesses with cash, learn skills that have real value. The digital prison is being built, but it is not finished yet. We still have a choice, but the window of opportunity is closing fast. Thank you for watching the Banking Cartel series. If you found value in these investigations, please share these videos with everyone you know. The algorithm suppresses this kind of content, so we rely on you to spread the truth. We will be back next week with a new series that goes even deeper into the hidden logic of our world. Until then, keep your eyes open and hold on to your freedom.